Hello, this is a demonstration video of InDesign Font Catalog. The purpose of InDesign Font Catalog is to make compact and useful font sample pages for you to print out or save as PDFs. ID Font Catalog has three main modes: the single line output, the waterfall display output, and template mode output. InDesign Font Catalog does not manage any of your fonts for you, so you'll need to use a program such as Suitcase, Font Agent Pro, or Font Explorer to activate and deactivate fonts on your own for your own computer. Font Catalog does have a font skipping control, so you can add fonts such as system fonts or non-English fonts that you generally never need to use for designing or want to have in your catalog, but always need to be activated on your computer. I'm going to turn on some fonts in my font program. I use Font Explorer X. I'm just going to turn on my set of favorite fonts. Now that my fonts are activated that I want to make a catalog of, I'll go back to ID Font Catalog. First, let's take a look at the font skip control section on the right hand side. There's a button on the top where you can quickly add the non-Roman fonts that are built into the program's memory of the latest operating system's set of fonts that are either installed with the OS or maybe come with a couple other applications that are definitely not English based. You can press the button to open the drawer on the side, and you have several more functions that you can use to control your font skip list, output fonts as a text file, and see all the fonts that InDesign recognizes right now. You can add more fonts to the skip list, or if you know that you want to keep some in the list but have them included in your font catalog, you can check them on or off. So if I needed to keep, let's say, Helvetica Cyrillic in my font catalog, I can uncheck it from skipping, but it'll just stay in the list here. There are buttons, of course, to uncheck all and check all, remove the entire list, only add the Apple system fonts, and you can also export the current list of skip fonts as a text list to your desktop, or open the current OS X font folders. If you needed to add a font to the bottom of the list, you can press the plus button and type in the font family name, and then that's added to fonts that'll be skipped. For my single line display, you can choose whether you want to have the font title size be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. The font to use for the titles, you only have a list of 3 fonts that are built into the OS that I'm sure that everyone will have and are always English and readable. And the font sample size, that's the size that the font listing itself in the font style will be made at. Your sample text is where you can change what text is actually used to display your characters. So there are some default button options. You can use the quick brown fox sentence in upper and lowercase, the cozy lummox, ABCs that also include a whole bunch of dingbat characters and unusual punctuation and diacritical. For this sample, I'm just going to go back to ABCs, and I'm going to add a space between my M and N just in case I have a really wide font that breaks the text boxes in an unusual fashion. I'll choose letter vertical, or you could choose one of the other sizes. If you're in other parts of the world, you might want to use A4, or if you have some document presets created in InDesign, you can use those sizes as well. Okay, so now that we have our skip list set up and the other options the way we want, let's make a catalog now. Here's our catalog in InDesign, and you can see we have a black bar that has our font catalog title, the page information, and each of our fonts is shown with its name and then its main quote regular style, and then each of the other styles for the fonts right below it. You can see a font like Helvetica New has lots and lots of font styles with it. A style like Megahertz has a couple, and just by looking at the styles you can see what options you have for those fonts. Okay, let's make a waterfall catalog now, and the process is pretty much the same. You can choose a custom sentence to use, or you can type your own sentence or string of characters that you'd like to see in the waterfall display. You can use the built-in Quick Brown Fox or Cozy Lummox preset, or you can just choose a random pangram that has been collected from the internet that has sentences that include all letters, 26 letters of the English alphabet in them. Some of them are kind of humorous, and some of them are rather difficult to understand. So once we have those options set, let's make the catalog. The catalog's created now, so let's take a look. You can see the waterfall style gives you the name of the font, all of the letters in the normal version of the font, gives you all the styles. Let's choose one that shows a couple more styles here, like bullet, one of my favorites. You have a paragraph of text, and then below that you have the font in sizes from 8 to 60 or 72 points, depending how many text frames fit on the page. So that's what the waterfall style looks like. The template versions are built into the application, and you have a small preview of what the document will look like when it's finished, and a short description of some of the options or features that are available to these. Right now there are 3 built-in templates. Version 1, version 2, just blocks of text at different point sizes and lettings, and version 3 you have some full-page paragraphs at 2 different point sizes and lettings, and you get a large character display and the style display for that. So for sake of keeping things moving along here, I already have some of these catalogs made up for you to look at, and here's what the first template style looks like. All the character samples on the left page, font family name on the right hand page, and some paragraphs of different sizes. The second catalog template style has small paragraphs at 8 point with 9 point leading, or 9 point with 10 leading, etc., up through 12 point with 15 point leading. And the third style here gives you the font name at the top and some characters in the large display on the left, the different font styles below it on the left hand page, and some long paragraphs on the right hand page at 10 point with 12 point leading and 12 point with 14 point leading. Now I would like also to point out that all these templates and catalogs that you create are made with paragraph styles built into them. So if you wanted to change some aspect of the font catalog after it was made to something that isn't really supported in the default modes of the programs, you can go into the paragraph styles and change the display of text, and that'll as long as you don't change the character options, you could just simply change the leading or the point size of something, and that'll cascade through the entire document with the changes that you specified. So if we needed to see a different font size for the style 10 on 12, let's say I wanted to see a 15 point text with some 18 point leading, I could change that and you would see all the text frames that have that paragraph style applied to it would change to the new options that you applied. So that's some built-in options for that, and you also have some of the same options in the waterfall and the single paragraph style. You can change the font title, the main style, the header, and customize the document however you'd like it to look. That's a short overview of InDesign Font Catalog. I hope you enjoy it and purchase a copy from my website.